So, what is Nacirema? Here we go. Hi, welcome to the Zoom meeting, everybody. This is the International English Cafe Zoom meeting. My name is Tan, and I'm the host for today. It is Friday evening in the Western Hemisphere, Saturday morning in the Eastern Hemisphere. Today's topic is U.S. themes, body ritual among the Nacirema. So for this whole month, what I'll be doing is talking about or delving into themes in American literature. So one aspect of this is practicing English, but then we'll also have kind of a learning experience with learning about certain aspects of American culture through literature, at least certain things that might not be as controversial, hopefully. Um, so right now I have up is an essay called Body Ritual Among the Nacirema by Horace Minor, which was written or published way back in the 1950s. So it's a rather old essay. Um, so we'll get started by having each members take turns to read a part. So as I scroll down for a little bit, what we'll do is paragraph by paragraph, we'll have members read through. Um, so for the first part, would anybody like to volunteer?
Yes, me.
Go ahead, Jason.
Okay, I will try in a few seconds. The anthropologist has become so familiar with the diversity of ways in which different peoples behave in similar situations that he is not apt to be surprised by even the most exotic customs. In fact, if all of the logically possible combinations of behavior have not been found somewhere in the world, he is apt to suspect that they must be present in some yet undescribed tribe.
Mega famosos viejos.
This point has in fact been expressed with respect to clan organization by Murdoch, 1949, 71. In this light, the magical beliefs and practices of the Nacirema present such unusual aspects that it seems desirable to describe them as an example of the extremes to which human behavior can go.
Sounds good. Okay. Anybody like to go read the next portion?
Me, if
Okay,
you want.
Ichigo, take it away.
Okay. Professor Linton first brought the ritual to the Nacirema to the attention of anthropologists 20 years ago, 1936 to 326. But the cultural of these people is still very poorly understood. They are North American group living in the territory between Canada Tree, the Yaqui, and Tarahumare of Mexico, and the Caribbean and Arawak of the Antilles. Little is known of their origin, although tradition states that they came from the east. According to Nasirema mythology, their nation was originated by a culture hero, not named Shao, oh my god, who is otherwise known for two great feats of strength: the throwing of spears of one palm across the river Potomac, and the chopping down of a cherry tree in which the spirit of truth resides. Nak- Nasirima culture is
Oh,
characterized.
you can stop right there.
Okay.
That'll be in the next paragraph. Okay, good job. You had a bunch of tricky words or tricky names to try to pronounce, but that's a pretty good try at that. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the next paragraph, anybody want to give a crack at it?
I will, yeah.
Okay, Lily, take it away.
Nacirema culture is characterized by a highly developed market economy which has evolved in a rich natural habitat. While much of the people's time is devoted to economic pursuits, a large part of the fruits of these labors and a considerable portion of the day are spent in ritual activity. The focus of this activity is the human body, the appearance and health of which loom as a dominant concern in the ethos of the people. While such a concern is certainly not unusual, its ceremonial aspects and associated philosophy are unique.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. And anybody like to take the next paragraph?
Me.
Okay, Gabriel, go ahead.
The fundamental belief underlying the whole system appears to be that the human body is ugly and that its natural tendency is to debility and disease incarnated in such a body. Man's only hope is to avert these characteristics through the use of the powerful influences of ritual and ceremony. Every household has one or more charms devoted to this purpose. The moral powerful individuals in the society have several charms in their houses, and in fact, the opulence of a house is often referred to in terms of the number of such ritual certain centers it
Centers. Yep.
centers it possesses. Most houses are of wattle and daub construction, but the shorn rooms of the more wealthy are walled with stone. Poor families imitate the rich by applying pottery plaques to their shorn walls.
You have a lot of difficult words, so like such as the word incarcerated, which is like up in the top. But that's a good try at this. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the next paragraph, anybody want to? It's a shorter one, but would someone like to read this?
I teacher.
Okay, go ahead, lady.
Teacher, the paragraph is while or the focal?
It's the while. Yep.
Okay. While each family has at least one such shrine, the rituals associated with it are not family ceremonies but are private and secret. The rites are normally only discussed with children, and then only during the period when they are being initiated into these mysteries. I
Initiated.
was able, however, to establish sufficient rapport with the natives to examine these ceremonies and to have the rituals described to me.
Cool. So like yeah, initiated, shrines, yeah.
Shrines.
Yep. So this is you can see, right? Like it's kind of a weird I guess tradition that some of these types of people have for their way of life. But cool. Good job with the reading. Did you want to like is this a little bit too short for you or would you want to read a little bit more?
Can you repeat, teacher, please?
Was this a little bit too short for you or would you want to read and would you like to read a little bit more or would you is this fine?
Teacher, I don't understand.
Oh, as in like would you like to read the next paragraph too or was this paragraph sufficient or like enough?
Eh, yes, the next paragraph?
Yes. But like, would you like to read
Okay.
that too, or just one paragraph?
Yes, teacher. I like.
Okay. I'll scroll down a little bit and then okay. So you can read the next paragraph.
Okay, teacher. Okay. The focal point of the range is about our sheds, which is built into the wall. In these sheds are kept the many shards and magical potions without which no native believes he could live. These preparations are secured from a variety of especially practitioners. The most powerful of these are the medicine men, whose assistance must be rewarded with substantial gift. However, the medicine men do not provide the creative potions for their clients, but decide what the ingredients should be and then write them down in an ancient and secret language. This writing is understood only by the medicine men and by the herbalists who, for another gift, provide the required charm.
Good job. And um,
Thanks, teacher.
and good that you pronounce herbalist instead of herbalist. So nice. I mean,
Herbalist?
l-
Herbalist.
no. Like you pronounce it right because like herbalist. That's
Okay, teacher.
yeah. Because it's a
Okay,
little bit tricky with like that silent H. So good job.
thanks, teacher.
Okay. So next up, for the next paragraph, would anybody like to volunteer?
Yes, if you want, if you allow me.
I'll hold off on you and try to see if anybody else wants to give it a shot since you
Okay,
already read one. So would anybody else like to give it a shot? At some point, I'm gonna pick you guys if you haven't read. So, and then once after that, then like I'll have everybody at least have a round two.
no mercy, no mercy.
Well, the whole point is to give everybody a chance to be able to practice, right? So it's not like um, everybody. So
Me
everybody
turn.
has to has to have a chance.
Me.
Okay, go ahead, Juan Franco.
Okay. The charm is not disposed of after it has served in its purpose, but is placed in the charm box on the house shrine, as these magical materials are specific for certain ills, and the real or imagined maladies of the people are many. The charm box is usually full to overflowing. The magical packets are so numerous that people forget what their purpose were and fear to use them again.
Hmm.
Continue or
Yep,
stop?
keep on going. Yep.
Okay. While the natives are very vague on this point, we can only assume that the idea in retaining all the whole magic materials is that their presence in the charm box, before which the body rituals are conducted, will in some way protect the worshipper.
Yep. So vague. Yep. So kind of interesting, right? Like they have these particular charms and magic materials that's
Yeah.
supposed to help with their body rituals. So quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the next paragraph, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Anybody want to read this one?
May I?
Go ahead, Mohammed.
Okay. Beneath the current box is a small font. Each day, every member of the family in succession enters the shrine room, bows his head before the current box, mingles different sorts of holy water in the font, and proceeds with a brief rite of ablution, ablution.
Yeah.
The holy waters are secured from the water temple of the community, where the priests conduct elaborate ceremonies to make the liquid ritually pure.
Cool.
Should I continue or?
It's kind of short, so like, would you want to take the next paragraph too?
Yes, I would.
Yep, take it away.
In hierarchy, in a hierarchy of magical practitioners, and below the medicine men in prestige are specialists whose designation is best translated holy mouth men. The Nacirema, the Nacirema have an almost pathological horror of and fascination with the mouth, the condition of which is believed to have a supernatural influence on all social relationships.
Hmm.
Were, were it not for the rituals of the mouth, they believed that their teeth would fall out, their gums bleed, their jaws shrink, their friends desert, uh, their friends desert them, and their lovers reject them. They also believe that a strong relationship exists between oral and moral characteristics. For example, there is a ritual ablution of the mouth from children which is supposed to improve their moral fiber.
Cool. So, this is they're going into more depth for one aspect of this body ritual. Very interesting. All right, so let's see. The next part, we have a shorter paragraph and a longer paragraph. Um, would anybody like to take the next part?
Is that everyone? No, has everyone had to go now?
I think I need to volunteer people at this point. So
Perfect.
we'll have let's see. Um, Camilla has not gone yet, and let's see.
Even Ichigo
Okay,
has not gone yet.
Or
I
actually,
try. I try.
Techno, you want to go?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Matt.
Even though, thank you. Even though that my eyes have a
Oh
big
yeah, you're reading
problem
this off of your phone.
because yeah, because I have that near sighted. So I try a little bit,
Okay.
and the daily
Maybe
body
he's facing
ritual
some inclination
performed
issue.
by everyone, include Gamal Gamal Right,
Mm-hmm.
despite the fact that these people also but Tilias about care of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
This right involves practice which twice. Uh, I'm sorry, I could not see that time. I'm sorry.
Which strikes
I'm
the
trying, but I
uninitiated
can.
stranger.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. My eyes could not see longer.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty. I mean, I guess you gave it a try. Um, would someone like to finish the rest of it for him? So this can be someone that has already read already.
Okay, where can I don't know where he was.
It's the part where it says this right involves a practice which strikes the uninitiated stranger.
Okay, it was reported to me that the ritual consists of inserting a bundle of hot airs into the mouth, along with certain magical powders, and then moving the bundle in a highly formalized series of gestures. In addition to the private mouth rite, the people seek out a holy mouth man once or twice a year. These practitioners serve an impressive set of para
Paraphernalia.
paraphernalia, consisting of variety of augurs, hours, probes, and prods. The use of these objects in the exorcism of the evils of the mouth involves almost unbelievable ritual torture of the client. The holy mouth man opens the client's mouth and, using the above mentioned tools, enlarges any holes which decay may have created in the teeth. Magical materials are put into these holes. If there are no naturally occurring holes in the teeth, large sections of one or more teeth are gouged out so that the supernatural substance can be applied. In a client's view, the purpose of these ministrations is to arrest the decay and to draw friends. The extremely sacred and traditional character of the rite is evident in the fact of the natives return to the holy mouth man year after year, despite the fact that their teeth continue to decay.
Yeah.
It's not to be hoped that, okay, go
It
ahead.
sounds kind of painful, right?
A little bit.
All right. So, let's see. I think, hey, Imee, I don't know if you're traveling, but are you able to speak up?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yes,
So how about you take this next paragraph right here?
okay. It is to be hoped that when a thorough study of the Nacirema is made, there will be careful inquiry into the personality structure of these people. One has but to watch the gleam in the eye of a holy mouthed man as he jabs an awl into an exposed nerve to suspect that a certain amount of sadism is involved. If this can be established, a very interesting pattern emerges, for most of the population shows definite masochistic tendencies. It was to this that Professor Linden referred in discussing a distinctive part of the daily body ritual, which is performed only by men. This part of the rite involves scraping and lacerating the surface of the face with a sharp instrument. Special women's rites are performed only 4 times during each lunar month, but what they lack in frequency is made up in barbarity. As part of this ceremony, women bake their hats in small ovens for about an hour. The theoretically interesting point is that what seems to be a preponderantly masochistic people have developed sadistic specialists. Okay.
So this is another interesting ritual. So now away from the mouth and towards the head, or more specifically for women. Okay. So um, let's see. Okay, I don't know who messaged that, but would anybody like to take the next part? And this part, everybody has a chance. So at this point, everybody had a chance to read. So you can have a round two at this point. So would anybody like to volunteer?
Sorry, Tan, where are we now? Because I had to rejoin.
That's fine. It's at the top, the medicine man.
Okay. So I'll have a go. The medicine men have an imposing temple, or latiso, in every community of any size. The more elaborate ceremonies required to treat very sick patients can only be performed at this temple. These ceremonies involve not only the thaumaturge, but a permanent group of Vestal maidens who move steadily about the temple chambers in distinctive costume and headdress. Would you mind
Yes, if you'd
reviewing
like to take the
that
second part.
yeah that particular word? Thaumaturge, is that it?
Yeah, it's a word specifically to the Nacirema.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
if I'm understanding you correctly, because the latis latiso, right? And then there's
Latifa.
the
Yeah. No, I
taumater.
just want to know the pronunciation of that particular word because it's a new word for me altogether.
Yeah, the taumater. The
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
that's a new
it's
word to you too.
this
Perfect.
is
Because
yeah, this is
I
more
was asking you
specific
for
to
the
the Lacerima.
pronunciation.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. So, did you say you want me to read the other paragraph as well?
Yeah, you can read the next paragraph since that
Perfect.
first one
Yeah.
was short.
hmm The Latiso ceremonies are so harsh that it is phenomenal that a fair proportion of the really sick natives who enter the temple ever recover. Small children whose indoctrination is still incomplete have been known to resist attempts to take them to the temple because that is where you go to die. Despite this fact, sick adults are not only willing but eager to undergo the protracted ritual purification if they can afford to do so, no matter how ill the supplicant or how grave the emergency. The guardians of many temples will not admit a client if he cannot give a rich gift to the custodian. Even after one has gained admission and survived the ceremonies, the guardians will not permit the neophyte to leave until he makes still another gift.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can kind of see the strictness of this type of ritual, and you know, it seems kind of strange, yet this is part of their culture to follow these such rituals. Okay. So anybody else like to go next?
Yeah,
May I?
okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I'll give it to Ichigo because um I think it was either Ichigo or um another person that was wanting to like get another shot at this. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna screw up a little bit. All right. The the supplicant. Oh,
okay.
give me a
Thank
second.
you. Yeah. Yeah. The supplicant entering the temple in first repeat of all his clothes. In everyday life, the Nacirema avoids exposure of his body and its natural function. Bathing and excretory acts are performed only in the secrecy of the household shrine, where they are ritualized as part of the body rites. Psychological shock results from the fact that body secrecy is suddenly lost upon entry into the lip source. A man whose own wife has never seen him in an excretory act
Hmm.
suddenly finds himself naked and assisted by a Vestal maiden while he performs the ritual, function into a sacred vessel. The source of ceremonial treatment is necessitated by the fact that the excreta are used by a diviner to ascertain the cause and nature of the client's sickness. Female clients, on the other hand, find their naked bodies are subject to the scrutiny, manipulation, and prodding of the medicine men.
Cool.
Feels I keep going.
Let's see. I think that was a decently long paragraph. So I'll give someone else a shot. So let's
Okay.
see. Would anybody like to read the next part?
Okay, I will read the next part.
Okay, take it away, Imee.
Okay, few supplicants. Okay, few supplicants in the temple are well enough to do anything but lie on their hard beds. The daily ceremonies, like the rites of the Holy Mouthmen, involve discomfort and torture. With ritual precision, the Vestals awaken their miserable charges each dawn and roll them about on their beds of pain while performing ablutions, in the formal movements of which the maidens are highly trained. At other times they insert magic wands in the supplicant's mouth or force him to eat substances which are supposed to be healing. From time to time the medicine men came to their clients and jabbed magically treated needles into their flesh. The fact that these temple ceremonies may not cure and may even kill the neophyte in no way decreases the people's faith in the medicine men. Okay,
Good job. Okay, so let's see. For the next paragraph, anybody want to go next? Welcome to the call, Kazuko. How are you doing?
Hi,
hi.
Today's Yep. Hi,
hi,
Kazuko.
hi. Fine,
Today,
thank you. Yes,
yep. Thank you
yes.
for joining. So today's topic is US themes, body rituals among the Nacirema. So right now we're just taking turns giving everybody a chance to read one paragraph at a time. So would you like to read this next paragraph regarding let's see. I don't know how well you can see this, but there remains one other kind.
Yes. My turn?
Yep.
Thank you very much. There remains one other kind of practitioner, now known as a listener. This witch doctor has the power to exhaust
Yep. Exercise.
exercise the devils that lodge in the heads of people who has been bewitched
Mhm.
bewitched. I'm sorry. The
The Nacirema.
Nasrima believe that parents bewitches their own children. Mothers are particularly
Suspected.
suspected of putting a curse on children while teaching them the secret body rituals. The
Mhm.
counter magic of the witch doctor is unusual in its lack of ritual. The patient simply tells the listener all his troubles as fears, beginning with the earliest difficulties he can remember. The memory displayed by the Nasrim in these exercise,
Exorcism.
exorcism sessions is truly remarkable. It is not uncommon for the patient to bemoan
Mhm.
the rejection he felt upon being
Weaned.
weaned with as a babe, and few individuals even see their troubles going back to the traumatic effects of their own birth. I'm sorry,
Yep.
I
Good
couldn't
job. Nope, that's good.
practice.
No
Thank
worries.
you.
Yep. Let's see. And then we're getting to the last part, right? So like about two more paragraphs left. So this is up for grabs for anybody. So anybody like to give it a read?
Yes, may I?
Yes, why
Okay,
not?
Mohammed, I'll give it to you, and then Ichigo, you can take the last one after that.
Okay, thank you.
So, so let's see. There you go. In conclusion, Mohammed.
In conclusion, mention must be made of certain practices which of their base in native aesthetics, but which depend upon the pervasive aversion to the base. I'm sorry, I'm I'm
In a natural
confused.
body.
Um, I can't see it.
Oh,
Can
you
you
want me
zoom
to?
in a little? I can.
Let me try this. Is this a
Uh,
little bit better?
yes, yes. In conclusion, mention must be made of certain practices which of their base in native aesthetics,
Hmm.
but which depend upon the pervasive aversion to the natural body and its functions. Their ritual fasts to make fat people thin and ceremonial feasts to make thin people fat. Still, other rites are used to make women's breasts larger if they are small, and smaller if they are large. General dissatisfaction with breast shape is symbolized in the fact that the ideal form is virtually outside the range of human variation. A few women afflicted with almost inhuman super superman sorry super
Hyper.
you see I can see uh,
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry
hyper memory.
inhuman hypermemory development are so idolized that they make a handsome living by simply going from village to village and permitting the natives to stare at them for a fee.
Yeah, kind of interesting. All right, and then Ichigo, you can take the last part.
Okay. Reference has already been made to the fact that excretory functions are ritualized, routinized, and relegated to secrecy. Natural reproductive functions are similarly distorted. Intercourse is taboo as a topic and scheduled as an act. Efforts are made to avoid pregnancy by the use of magical materials or by limiting intercourse to certain phases of the moon. Conception is usually very infrequent. When pregnant, women dress so as to hide their condition. Partic- particu- partic- Particuration
Parturition.
Parturition take place in secret, without friend or relative to assist, and the majority of women do not use their infants. Our review of the ritual life of the Nacirema.
Hold on. Let me finish this off. So I'll finish off the rest of this, right? So,
Okay,
our review of the ritual life of the Nacirema has certainly shown them to be a magic-ridden people. It is hard to understand how they have managed to exist so long under the burdens which they have imposed upon themselves. But even such exotic customs as these take on real meaning when they are viewed with the insight provided by Malinowski when he wrote in 1948, 70. Um, Looking from far and above from our high places of safety in the developed civilization, it is easy to see all the crudity and irrelevance of magic. But without its powers and guidance, early man could not have mastered his practical difficulties as he has done, nor could man have advanced to the higher stages of civilization. So, this is the body ritual of the Nacirema. What does everybody think?
it's for me it's magic, you know, the practice magic. But I think it's the belief They are custom and they receive this from the ancestor. So they just want to transmit, to relay the tradition. For me, that is it. Even if nowadays some people actually do the same thing, but look, I had a bad opinion about that.
Okay, sounds good. Anybody else with thoughts?
May I?
Yep, go
So
ahead.
I think Nasirma is like a fairy tale and take over from our Asian. And it's natural for the people. They live lives in together the region in the region, and it's like a custom or culture. That's it. Thank you.
Sounds good. Anybody else with takes?
It is something about body ritual. Body ritual, as long as they are humans, I think we have quite similar body ritual. But the author wants us to feel something exotic about the body ritual of the Nacirema here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something exotic, strange, or something that we should see from an outsider's eye, so that we would be critical about what they are actually doing. That's
Sounds good. Yeah, that's a good take on it. Anybody else? What do you guys think? So overall, this is quite interesting, right? You have this civilization of people. Um, you can go back to the reading again, where you can start to see where um, they exist. Let's see. They're a North American group, so they had existed at some point in North America, right? Um, they said that like the territory between the Canadian Cree, um, the Yaqui, and the Tama Humare of Mexico, right? So, and the Caribbee and the Arawak of the Antilles, right? So, like you can kind of see like from one aspect to like at least it seems like from where modern day Canada probably is all the way down to where Mexico is. So like that portion of North America. And then it goes from the Caribbean, which seems like the Caribbean, all the way to the Arawak, which probably means the westward. So they're they had existed in this portion of the world. Um, and they you can see that their rituals for their body entails certain things like how Ichigo mentioned, magic, right? The so you can kind of see it may liken itself to what may be similar to a Mayan kind of a civilization or the Aztecs, right? Where they have all these ancient rituals to um, kind of like account for people's bodies when you are sick to try to keep you well and all these other things, right? You have the holy mouth man, you have the medicine man, everybody have shrines, right? And certain people may have multiple shrines in their household, whereas some people, the poorer ones of the society may have one, right? Or maybe none. Um, There's places like let's see if we scroll down a little bit. Um, the Latispo, right? And how they have to have certain emergencies for the that involves this thaumaturge, right? Um, You also even have this other type of witch doctor that is considered like the listener, right? So there's a variety of these people, right? That helps and aid with the health of the people of the Nacirema. Yet sometimes you have kind of a high fail rate in terms of their health, and some may even perish and die. So what is Nacirema? What does that say?
Uh, if I might not mistaken, I think Nasirema is an ancient tribes.
Look at the screen. What does my notepad say? It's kind of small.
American?
Uh-huh. So if you took the word Nasarima and you wrote it backwards,
Ah! Oh! Oh my goodness! So, is it a coincidence or what?
so this essay is not necessarily an essay. It's called what is considered a satire. A satire is a type of writing in which you write something to kind of make fun of something, right? So this
Ah,
whole
okay.
thing is a satire. So if we were to scroll down a little bit, now here is the whole fun part. So Juan Franco would know this because he was in a meeting where I used this article before, right? So for example, the Nahisa. If you were to take this word and write it backwards, right? So not where was it again? Na ni saw. Write it backwards, Washington.
Oh, is it a coincidence or what?
No, this is all part of the satire, right? It's to make fun
Ah,
of
okay.
things, right?
Ah, okay, yeah.
So, according to the Nasserean mythology, their nation was originated by a cultural hero, not Nassau, right? Or basically Washington, right? As in George Washington. He is the cultural hero who is otherwise known for two great feats of strength, throwing a piece of wampum across the Potomac, which is Potomac River, basically. A wampum is basically like an axe, right? So he threw this across the Potomac. The other is like chopping, or I don't know, a wampum is an axe, but he threw something across the Potomac, right? The other is chopping down the cherry tree, right? So that's his two feats. So now somebody messaged me privately and they said hospital. So here's an interesting one for you because when they said hospital, I don't think they realized this, but um, wait, let's see. Where did it go? Did it go too fast? I think I went too fast.
Is the
Um,
Latissa.
yes. So basically, if you wrote this backwards, right, it's technically um, it's hospital, but that's because sometimes the H is silent. Hospital. So that whole part about the medicine man, a medicine man is basically the doctor. You go to the hospital. A lot of these are things where, like, if you took the word and wrote it backwards, then you start to see the whole satire of it, right? This whole thing is basically making fun of the Americans. So let's break this down, right? So first off, the mouth man, the holy mouth man. So I don't know how it is in other people's countries and culture, but you go to the dentist twice a year, once every 6 months. Hence why the idea of visiting the holy mouth man, um, once or twice a year, year after year, right? So this talk about cavities using augers, owls, probes, and prods are those tools that he uses to clean your teeth and or pull your teeth out or do other things, right? They talk about things about the cavities, so using magic materials, so the stuff to basically cover your cavities. Those are your quote unquote magic materials. Um, there was one part where they mentioned about pig's hair. Oh, yeah, bundles of hog's hair into your mouth. Toothbrush. That's what that is. You basically use a toothbrush and you use it. So the whole gesture, formalized gesture, is like all your faces that you make while you're brushing your teeth is like you're making faces while you're brushing your teeth. That's basically what's happening. This is what it's describing, right? Um, you can kind of imagine the rest for the Holy Mothman, right? The whole hospital part is there's one part where it says excretory, right? So what that means is that sometimes when you go to the doctor, they ask you to pee in a cup in order to test your pee to see what is wrong with you. Hence excretory, right? There's things like that. There's other things of like where they mentioned surgery and other aspects, but it's all written in the satire form. Next part is the whole this witch doctor that is considered as the listener. What do you think this person is? Take a guess. So the listener, right, is basically a therapist or a psychologist, right? You would go to a therapist or a psychologist so that they can supposedly exercise the evils out of your brain, right? Because you went through traumatic experiences. What they'll ask you to do is ask you to talk about it, and then through there they'll tell you things to be able to help you feel better, right? That's what that is. So these are, in a sense, the body rituals of the Americans or Nacirema, right? So now, in understanding that, what do you guys think now?
It's really strange, for me it's strange, and I think at that time it was painful for those who undergo that tradition, that ritual. When you scratch your body, your face, actually it's similar. I know some country in Africa who do the same thing, so that's why it's not really unfamiliar for me,
Oh,
because I noticed. Yeah, go ahead, you want to say
yeah,
something?
like it's not that it's strange, right? The reason why it sounds strange to you is because it's written in a way to make it sound strange, right? So imagine if you took modern society right now, but in terms of writing, you write it in a way in which you make it look like as if it is the way of living of the ancient people. This is basically what you have,
Mhm,
right? So
mhm.
this idea of the mouth man, the medicine man, and the listener, this isn't necessarily what like this is not like the ancient people. This is what we do now.
Mhm.
Even even though this is written in the 1950s, we still do this now, right? We still have hospitals, we still have dentists and doctors and therapists, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like, but the writing in this is just to make it seem like as if this is an ancient society when
Yeah,
it's not, right? It's modern time.
of course.
So
Because I know.
now
Yeah.
now now when thinking about this, right? So like how do you compare this with your own culture? Do you like do you feel that this is something that you would see in your own culture? Or do
Yeah,
you
of
think this
course.
is mainly an American thing?
No, it's not only in America, an America thing. Even in Africa, where I come from, I know the north of my country. I think they do this kind of ritual or something which is really similar to that. Yeah, I know that.
Okay.
But that's really what really make me I can say bizarre or strange is that far because America is really far away from Africa. So how two people who live far away have the same I can say I don't know if I can say the same tradition, but the same similarities, you know?
Well, um, that's not too far-fetched for it to have similar traditions or similar ways of living, right? Because we have something called the internet that helps to spread information rather quickly.
But it was in 90, I think it wasn't now, it was in the medieval time, right?
Oh, like which time period are you referring to?
Now.
Yeah, now would be we have the internet, right? Like if you're talking about like if it was somewhere sometime in the past, then it's not that far-fetched still because um, the transference of cultures and and knowledge has gone through from people to people when you have people traveling by boat, especially back in those days, right? So like how you had the conquistadors and the explorers going around the world and then spreading European culture and even at times even conquering over some of these people and forcing European culture upon them, right? So there's lots of ways of how to have the spread of certain type of knowledge and culture around the world. Um, and this is kind of like why there may be a lot of similarities. Um, one way to think about it would be, at least in terms of Western culture, you can kind of see the spread of it. But then when it comes to non-Western culture, it might be a little bit different, right?
Mhm. Of course.
Yeah. Anybody
But
else with thoughts? Now seeing that this is all a satire?
I think they might be unfamiliar with that. I don't know.
Mm. Because despite this being a satire, right? It's like, what do you think the theme of this is? Good question, huh?
The the theme, like the
Yeah.
title,
Not the title, right? But the theme, because like how there's lots of writings, especially stories, kind of have a theme to them, right? There's some sort of common idea that they um kind of mention a lot or talk about a lot. Um, so that's a theme, right? So, what do you think a theme would be for this?
magic maybe,
Well, I
magic
mean,
tradition.
the magic is is part of the satire of this, right?
Mhm.
But then, like, what,
Folklore.
what do you think they would be doing with all this? Um, by the way, there isn't necessarily a right answer. This is just me putting things out there and trying to get you to talk and think about it and, offer your own point of views. Plus, too, since we all come from different cultures, I would feel that you would be able to make comparisons with what you have read here to your own culture. Thank you, everybody, for joining today's meeting regarding U.S. themes, body ritual among the Nacirema, and then also talking about comments, questions, and thoughts, even though it was more of a rabbit hole. But nonetheless, I hope everybody had a good time, and this was pretty interesting, delving into like especially when we were able to delve into other cultures aside from the US to be able to compare to American culture. So we'll do more of this throughout the month. So until then, hope everybody have a nice day or a nice night. So take care. Bye.
Take care. Take care. Take care. Bye
Thank
bye.
you,
Thank you. Thank you very
everybody.
much. Have a
See
good
Yep.
you.
See you. And click.
Words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round the table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. At the International English Cafe, talk your troubles right away, sip your tea, let stories play. At the International English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy quarter lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories told when you believe. At the International English Cafe, words align like fiddles hum. At the International English Cafe, words collide like fiddles hum, every accent's welcome some. Round a table, dreams are shared, across the world and love is aired. Our love is aired, across the world and love is aired. Across the world and love is aired. English Cafe, we don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy quarter lamp. Face to face we find a way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. Here's your face, we find the way, in a little cafe day after day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork little cafe day. Hey, accent charts might trace the globe. We don't need no passport stamp, just a cozy corner lamp. Face to face we find the way, in a little cafe day after day. Maps and charts might trace the globe, but here we spin our own wardrobe. But here we spin our own wardrobe. Patchwork lives with thread we weave, stories told when you believe. Italy.
Maybe you say evolution then? You try to solve one problem in your society and use the tools your time, and maybe change for example the teeth, say the teeth, maybe change the cleaning the teeth, no, or maybe use the new tools. And you try
Well,
to
the
and you try to make the different way to try to cleaning your teeth, no?
yeah,
But in
one
other country,
yeah,
it's different.
yeah.
Why? You have different tools. You have
Mm,
the idea,
yes.
the way to try to clean in the teeth. But for example, I don't know, in my country, no, uh, not have the tools, the USA, and try to clean in the teeth, but the other way,
Yeah.
no.
Like what you mentioned there, that is an interesting point, right? The use of tools. Now, each different cultures would have, or I guess nationality, countries, however you like to call it, like
Mm-hmm.
each area would have their own way of their body rituals and the tools involved, right? Um, So this is the 1950s, and this is what they were using.
Mhm.
There may be certain places in the world that may still be using this. And there may be places in the world that may not use this at all and use something different.
Yeah.
And then there may be places that still use this, but then they use additional other tools, right?
Mm.
For example, for the US, they have these ultrasonic type tools or water sonic type tools where instead of just using these um, the tools to scrape your teeth to clean the plaque.
Mhm.
Now they have a tool that has like this sonic tool that they can apply to your teeth so that that ultrasonic, I guess, technology can then clean the plaque off instead of scraping it, but it still is just as painful nonetheless,
Yeah.
right? Like there's stuff like that. Maybe there's like if you go to a different country, be or different area in the world, they
Yeah.
might not have those kind of tools,
For
but
example,
they'll still have the tools that scrape the plaque still, you
mhm.
know? So that still might be a thing. Um, Maybe in terms of like going to the hospital, if you have to have your bot like yourself checked, you might pull some blood out of you, or you might have to pee in a cup, right? Some of that still stay the same. But then certain higher tech hospitals in the modern in more modern cities might have like CAT scans, um, or X-rays or something like that that's highly developed to be able to see within the body. And then certain areas of the world might not have that kind of technology, and they just still rely on people to test blood or test their pee, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Um, there's lots of things. So that is a good point. Yeah.
Just for example, in Mexico, the people that live in the mountains use plants. In Ciudad de Mexico, we use the hospital. No, it's different.
Hmm.
But the principal idea is you try to the cleaning the teeth, for example, no?
Yeah.
And you copy this idea and try to use the tools that you have in your place.
Yeah.
But for example, here and in the say the children while teaching them the secret body rituals, it's interesting, no? Maybe it's the in your family you use one plant for, I don't know, for
Yeah. The
maybe
herbs.
use for try to the I don't know
I'm
you're
drinking
sick
some
and
right
use
now.
yes.
So what I'm drinking right now, right, is basically my parents have a garden where
Uh-huh.
um earlier last or not earlier, but like last year from our garden, we grew something called bitter melon, right?
Uh-huh.
So what my mom did is she took the leaves of the bitter melon and dried it so that
Uh-huh.
we can use it to drink for tea. So
Oh,
basically what I did is I took the bitter melon leaves and basically used hot water. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is like canister,
oh
right?
yeah.
And just poured it into something else and then boiled it so that I can brew the tea. And then I strained all the leaves out and then I just have the water. And so I have I'll just have it in my cup and then I'll just pour more from the hot water to make the water hot. So it's kind of like diluted, but nonetheless, like I'm drinking bitter melon tea, which is weird, but as the name suggests, it's very bitter. But I like
How
bitter.
is the smell?
It doesn't have that strong of a smell. So it's not like tea like a jasmine tea or anything. It's not fragrant like that, but it does have a slight smell that um just like the name suggests, it seems like it's bitter. It's not a sweet smell at all.
Okay. So, do you add sugar?
No,
Why
I
you
just
don't
like
like
it
sugar?
bitter. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did you
That's
like
very
the?
interesting, Dan. Thank you for sharing. That's a new insight for me.
Yeah.
And talk about natural stuff like that. We're talking about dental hygiene. I don't know if anybody's familiar with this oil pulling. Has anyone heard of it?
Oil pulling?
Oil pulling, swishing coconut oil in your mouth for about 50 minutes. I don't do it myself, but my husband's done it and he swears by it. Yeah, so there you go. It's good for your dental hygiene, apparently.
Oh, yeah, the use of coconut oil. Yes, I've heard of that at least, but like I haven't not in the way that you're specifying. But that actually is
Hmm.
interesting because
Well, coconut
supposedly
oil
so
has a great benefits anyway. But
yes.
he read more about it and he found out about this oil pulling, and he swears by it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's no harm anyway. It's coconut oil that you're swirling in your mouth.
Yep.
But yeah, so there you go. It's an ancient method apparently for dental hygiene. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's an interesting thing. I like natural stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
Hmm.
supposed to be really good for your gums.
Yeah, that's probably why he did it, because I
Yeah.
never really asked because I wasn't interested.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you go. It's just interesting. Every country has their own ways, and I believe this is from somewhere in Asia. This oil pulling thing is
Hmm.
an ancient method anyway. Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
talk
awesome.
about jasmine tea. Jasmine tea is the best. And where I come from, our jasmine tea is really lovely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I have like I mean my house is stocked full of jasmine tea. Either it's the tea
Oh,
bags or the tea leaves, either one. Um, but
yeah.
currently my family has been doing this thing where like when we grow crops, like some of it, or at least in terms of the bitter melon, we'll use that to make tea out of it.
Mm,
So it's been kind of nice. I like the
yeah.
bitter taste just because it feels healthy.
Oh, very good. Well,
Yeah.
bitter melon itself is it's delicious.
Yeah.
It can be cooked into a delicious dish. Bitter melon.
Hmm.
I like it myself. So I don't know. It's like how did you get bitter melon seed? Like, was it available in America at all, or did you
No,
bring it?
like we I think for my mom, like we would just buy actual bitter melon and then
Ah,
get the seeds from
okay.
that and then just
Yeah.
grow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. All right. Very nice. Mm.
cool beans. All right. So anybody else with like anything to share, just especially to like compare with culture, right?
So we have green tea
Uh-huh.
almost always, and matcha is very famous in the world recently. And matcha, the price is increasing because many foreigners come to Japan and buy it. That's why it's very popular.
Yeah.
And also we eat Japanese uh, like a leaf
Hmm.
with sashimi. You know?
Mm.
Japanese herb.
Yes.
So in Japanese, shiso, we hold the sashimi
Yep.
and add some soy sauce and eat
Yep.
with wasabi.
Yep.
It's very, for
Ooh.
me, it's very delicious.
It's
And
delicious.
can I,
Wasabi.
yeah, yes, wasabi and soy sauce and Japanese herb. The name is in Japanese shiso.
Chiso.
It's leaf. Yes, shiso.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for
Me.
sharing.
Mm,
Okay. Me in
my
my
pleasure.
culture. Okay, you
Mm?
go ahead.
In terms of the
No, 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 no.
let's see,
Please.
in terms of the matcha, I heard there's like I don't know if there's many types, but there's at least two types where one is more bitter than the other. Am I correct? like there's two types of matcha. One is bitter. And
Yes.
yeah. I heard there was like two types of matcha where like one is a little bit more bitter than the other one.
I think matcha is basically a little bitter, but
Yeah.
we use just only matcha tea
Yeah.
for mixed ice cream or
Yeah.
cake.
Yep. Because like
That's
I like
Yeah.
when I went up to Boston one time, I was shown around, I guess, to this farmer's market where
Mm.
this stall had like kind of like a particular drink with matcha,
Mm.
and they asked us which grade of matcha
Yes.
do we want to use? Because there's one grade that is more bitter, and the other grade is just normal, right? So that's what I found kind of interesting. So yeah, because like I guess there's certain richness and I guess maybe more health benefits for the more bitter one, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, I think it's depend on the price.
Yeah,
Maybe I think so.
because that bitter one was more expensive. Yes.
Mm. I know in my culture, when you are coughing, you can mix ginger with lemon. Do you know lemon?
Yes.
You mix ginger. Try to extract just the juice or the ginger. You add it with lemon, and you add just a spoonful of water. You
Mm.
mix it and you drink. Do you know that, Kazuko Shibata?
No, so it's just only lemon and ginger water
Yeah,
And
and
hot water, yes.
hot water and
not necessarily hot water. Even fresh
Oh.
water is okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
mm,
Yeah.
Because where I
and
come
drink.
from, we would use hot water because it would then allow for the um the the nutrients from the lemon and the ginger to expel out
Mhm.
faster.
Oh, wow. Hot
Yeah.
water.
Yes.
Okay. I used
But
to use that because, yeah, go ahead, Kazuko.
so what is the taste? I guess the taste is sour and bitter.
Yeah, I
Sour,
It's
can.
sour
delicious.
And ginger spice.
Spicy, yes, sour and
Spicy.
spicy.
Well,
But when you, but
it's weird to call it spicy even though it's ginger, but ginger is a weird it's an interesting spice nonetheless, I guess.
yeah, of course. One day I went to a kind of
Mhm.
conference. Do you know
Mhm.
conference? So there, I used to sleep at the conference. Sometimes when the conference is a little bit boring, I try to attend to sleep. So as a result, after at the diner, I drank ginger juice. Do you know ginger juice? Without sugar,
Mhm.
it's spicy. It's very
Using
spicy.
sugar and ginger.
No, it's another story. It's another story.
No, no sugar.
No, you don't understand. I say that
Mm.
the first is when you are coughing, you can add no sugar, no sugar.
Mhm.
You can just drink ginger, lemon, and hot water, or
Mhm.
maybe you can add milk. Come on, honey. Do you know honey?
Honey.
Honey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
honey. Yeah. Sometimes some people add honey. They try and they
Mm.
mix up, and you drink it. Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll
yeah.
try. But
Well,
so in my country, Japan has its interesting culture because when we eat sashimi, especially bonito, we cut the bonito and add the ginger soy sauce.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's very nice.
you hit it with what? Nothing?
Ginger, what should I
Oh,
say?
so
Crunches the ginger
yeah,
in the soy sauce
soy
and slice
sauce.
bonito, and put in the ginger soy sauce and eat. It's
Oh,
very nice. Please try.
oh, you like that?
Yes, very much.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Very
that's
healthy.
good.
And green tea.
I said that one day I went to a conference, to an event, to a conference. So at the diner, they gave me ginger juice. You know, ginger
Ginger
juice,
Joyce?
ginger, yeah, because to prevent me from sleeping. Because most of the time I used to sleep at the conference. So
Mm,
when once I drank that, I didn't sleep that day. I can recommend you if you have to assist instead of drinking coffee or tea, try to drink ginger juice. Ginger juice.
okay.
It's juice.
Yeah,
Joyce is
like
juice, maybe.
not like just the ginger. You try
Hmm?
to extract the juice from the ginger, and you add a little bit, one or two ice cube of sugar. That is it.
Juice,
Mm.
right? Like,
Yes, of course.
okay, yeah, so Guice, juice.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Ginger
ginger
juice.
juice. Got it.
It is gonna prevent you from sleeping. You can drink you can drink that rather than coffee and tea. You know, coffee
Mm,
and tea sometimes they have chemical product in it. You know, yeah. So I prefer for me personally, I prefer home remedy tea. You know, home remedy. You understand that, Tan? Home
yeah,
remedy
home
than
remedy.
going to the hospital to see a doctor to inject you something on your body that you doesn't know, and that might not be good for your body or for your system immune. Yeah.
So can I ask Imee? Hello, Imee? Are you there? No.
Imi,
I'm I'm not sure because like last time I saw her when she was in a meeting, like or in our meeting, like I could see that she had her camera on and like she was traveling. So I'm not really sure if she's
Um,
traveling at this point. Hey,
yes.
Okay, I'm here.
okay, there you
So
go.
can I ask you, so Imee, do you eat sour bitter melon in your country? Do you have
Uh,
the culture to eat
not,
bitter melon?
not bitter, I think. I'm not sure it's bitter.
Bitter
It's
melon,
sweet melon.
no.
Oh yeah, because there's a melon called bitter melon. It's
Yes,
specifically
yes.
called bitter melon, right? So that's what she's asking.
Because Japanese, so bitter melon we eat. When we eat, we cook fried with tofu and egg and
Oh,
Oh,
mixed and
we call it,
pepper and salt and eat with rice.
maybe we call it Japanese cucumber. Japanese cucumber.
No, it's not cucumber. Bitter melon is like please, Tan, please explain. It's
well,
bitter.
let me try it this way.
The seed is like a small turtle. It's very cute.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
Yeah, I
That's the
know
bitter melon.
this. Yes, I know this. We eat this. That's right.
How do you eat? How do you cook?
Uh, we cook it with eggs, omelette,
Okay.
Imee, if you don't mind me asking, where are you from?
Indonesia.
Okay, I'm familiar with that, Imee. I'm also from Indonesia.
Oh, I see. Where are you? I
Right.
mean,
So,
Manado?
the way my family cook bitter melon is not with eggs at all. I don't know how my mom cooks it because I can't cook. Um, it's just delicious with a kind of a thick broth, a thickish
Oh,
broth, you know? Yeah, so
yes,
it's more like a soupy broth.
that's right. We do that too.
That's the one. Yeah, so not with eggs at all. So I don't know how you do it with eggs. And also it's a bit like a dim sum. That's it. So you know the bitter melon. So whatever the inside is cleared out and then they put meat in it and to complement dim sum.
Oh, that's
That's the
nice.
one. That's the one,
Nice.
Tan. That's the one.
Yes. Where are you from? In Indonesia?
I'm from the capital, Jakarta,
Oh, okay. Mhm. I see.
and you are?
Manado?
Ah, okay. Kita orang bersaudara.
Oh, okay. We are we are family.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So there you go. It's lovely to be meeting my fellow Indonesian here.
Thank you. Me too.
So I'm familiar with the three ways that you mentioned, the broth, the stuffed
Mm-hmm.
melon,
Mm-hmm.
and Imee mentioned the omelet, so I'm familiar with that one too. So
Oh, nice.
so here's the stuffed bitter melon for an example, I guess. I think, let's see, for the broth, looks kind of like this, although I think you said thick
No, not at
broth.
all.
Yeah.
Not at
So
all. It's more like the
this would be
one
more
below.
Vietnamese. Yep.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, I know bitterbell is it's a bitter, but once you know how to cook it, and what seasoning to put, it's great. It's fabulous, and we also eat it with rice, by the way.
Yep.
Sorry, the Japanese lady. I'm so sorry. I'm not familiar with her name yet, but yeah, we of course rice is big in Indonesia as well.
Wow, so many.
Oh,
Yep.
Kazuko. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Moshi moshi Kazuko.
Hi. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Lily.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Konnichiwa.
Ah,
Oh,
konnichiwa.
konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Thank you.
Okay.
Wait,
And
is
where are you
Konnichiwa?
from, Ichigo?
Me, I'm from Africa, Cameroon, but I live in Canada.
Ah,
Oh,
really?
okay. Very good. Very
It's
diverse.
interesting. So it's
Yeah.
interesting. Ichigo. So your
Yeah?
name is in Japanese. It means strawberry. We
Ah,
say
Oh my
Ichigo,
God.
strawberry.
ah,
Ah.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah?
Mm.
Interesting. I guess you watch anime? You watch anime?
Ah, yes, Doraemon.
Oh yes,
Pardon?
that's my favorite. Oh my God.
Ah,
Doraemon.
really?
I love
Yes,
Doraemon.
very
Oh.
Yeah.
famous. And Doraemon, the handkerchief is expensive a little bit.
So you don't watch Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen?
Oh, that's the more
Now,
newer stuff because
Mm,
Doraemon would be older. It would be like
yes.
Yeah,
ah,
80s,
Doraemon.
90s.
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
Oh, just
Pokemon.
yeah.
Pokemon would
Yeah.
be like 90, what, 7-ish when it
Oh,
became an anime. So it's later 90s.
oh,
Um,
mm.
you remember every date? All the
well,
dates?
so
Mm,
like earlier anime would have been some like Sailor Moon would have been mid 90s.
Sailor Moon, yes.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball, just
mm,
Dragon
oh,
Yeah.
Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball would have
mm,
been like
Mm-hmm.
90-ish too.
mm,
Then like you
Mm-hmm.
would if you want to go back further, it would have been like what Astro Boy maybe or even
Yeah,
further
mm.
Oh my
back.
God, bringing back memories.
yeah, you have a good memory. Actually, he's a big
Yeah.
fan of anime like me. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, uh, Beta X. Do you know Beta X?
No.
BTX, or maybe the pronunciation. Don't know. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
like that might that because there's a lot of newer anime out there. For me, like I was a fan of Gundam.
Mm,
Um,
Kingdom. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
it's
like
famous.
the
Mm,
whole Gundam series, like
mm,
especially I heard that the whatever the Gundam store is that's in Japan, they're going to shut that down. But then they're
mm,
building one in Chicago, so I'm kind of
mm.
excited.
Yeah. Eh,
Kazuko,
Yes.
I also read a comic books. Obviously, it was
Hmm?
translated into Indonesian then, but it was about a detective called Hajime Kindaichi.
Ah, yes, yes,
Daichi. Oh,
yes,
Yes.
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 Oh, you read that as well, Tan.
Yes.
It
I
was
Mm.
mean, I
great,
haven't read it, but
and
like I
also
know
Conan.
Kindaichi. Yes.
Yes, Conan,
Oh,
Conan. So every
yes.
year,
I love it.
new series.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. And there was a big series in Indonesia a long time ago. I remember watching that as a child with my mother. It was
mm.
Oshin.
Ah, Oshin, yes. So
I
I
love it.
impressed
It's a
Oshin.
Oh,
lovely series.
the
All
It's a
TV,
lovely
humans.
story.
Yes,
TV
Yeah,
history.
series, machine. Very interesting.
Really?
I love it.
But nowadays, Japanese woman is changing.
Mm.
Oh, oops.
Oh yeah,
How
yeah,
machine
of
and
course,
that.
yeah. Mhm.
So when I see Oshin, sometimes it's rare, but sometimes, so I'm crying.
No.
Right.
Oshin
Yeah,
has
of course. It's such
hard
a
life. Yes.
I
Very
yeah,
hard.
know.
yeah. Ah.
But if the woman appear in front of us, so I'm sure she is success. She has successful success. So I'm sure those kind of
Yeah.
women because uh, the, they never give up and
Mm.
did and overcome those kind of life. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lovely series anyway. It's
Mm.
very heartwarming, you
Hmm.
know.
Yes.
Mm.
Have you watched Kurgis?
Mhm.
Kurgis.
Cool.
Probably no. Because I think a lot of the ones that you're mentioning are actually on the newer side.
Mm.
Maybe, maybe, I forgot. Uh, Okuto no Shinken. Do you
Ah,
remember?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Cool. So, um, you can kind of see the overall thing for this whole month long, right? Is introducing something about American culture and then being able
Mhm.
then to kind of make comparisons with your own culture, right? So for this more particularly, this talks more about the superficiality of American culture, right? The things that we do to our body and our appearance. This is kind of like why for the mouth, the holy mouth man, his impact on society is great because
Mm.
it is believed that when it comes to our mouths, if we don't take care of our mouths, then it may make us look bad in society. Hence the whole idea of bad breath, right? So if you go out there in society and you don't take care of your mouth, people look at your teeth, and when you smile, it's like, oh, you have an ugly smile, or like you have bad breath. Ooh, yucky, right? So it's like that kind of mentality, right? Um, so there's a sense of superficiality to that. Um, Going to the hospital to take care of yourself, even a certain aspect of that is a little bit superficial. This idea of like just feeling sick and then having that to take care of. Some of it could be um, your place of death because you might have a very serious illness, right? Whereas other aspect of it just could just be like, oh, you just need to get checked up. Um, they do delve into this like towards the latter part. This is the part where I think I had Mohammed and or Ichigo read in terms of the in conclusion part, right? So this whole idea of the aesthetics, um, where there still other rights are used to make women's breasts larger if they are small and smaller if they are large. This is basically the breast implant or breast reduction. This is plastic surgery that they're talking about, right? Um, the the part where Ichigo read was regarding contraception, right? So to make sure how, or basically rituals, or not rituals, but basically how do you time when to have sex so that you prevent from having a baby, or to use certain things like a condom or the abortion pill to prevent you from having a baby, right? There, like it talks about this in that satirical way. So, um, there's this sense of superficiality overall, right? It's like there's this idea of appearance to make ourselves look and seem healthy. And um, so this is the overall thing of this, I like for the most part, right? So despite this whole satirical nature of this kind of like brings up to this idea of the superficialness for Americans. And do you think that might be a thing? Do you think this is specifically an American thing? Or maybe it might be world widespread. What do you guys think? Essentially, what I'm asking is, do you think Americans are superficial?
Mm, that is a hard nut to crack, but I can say it's not only in America, even some people in Africa where I come from, some of them are really superstitious. You know, they believe in something which is supernatural, if I can say like that, and yeah, not it's not only in America. I don't know if nowadays American are like that or it's just in the medieval time. So
Oh, no, no. Like, remember, this whole thing is satirical. So the way they wrote it makes it look like it's ancient times, when in fact it's modern times, or at least the
okay,
times of the 1950s.
okay,
Yep. They wrote it this way just to be funny. That's what they're doing.
okay.
Yep. But okay, cool. Everybody else think more or less the same?
Shy.
Okay. So um overall this is kind of like what you can have an expectation for the rest of my meetings for the rest of for this month, right? It's gonna delve into more cultural stuff, which you'll find through literature. Um, so, like said, there's an aspect where you're able to practice your English, especially through the reading, but at the same time, we can share cultural stuff that may be related. Um, This one is more of a random one, so like we can go into a lot of things, which is why like some of the things that we have mentioned, especially regarding like say certain foods and entertainment, it's fine because it's falls under this realm, right? And this is great that you are able to just bring a lot of this up, right? Making some of these comparisons. This is great. Um, so. Does anybody else have anything that they want to share or like to delve into?
Sorry, Tan, do you mind me asking, is this a
Mhm.
weekly thing?
Yeah, my meetings are every week, although
Okay,
I my meetings are the first 3 weeks of the month, and
okay,
Professor Parnell takes the last week of the month. Um,
okay, perfect. And what's
yep.
the next week's topic then?
Yeah. So for me, I've been trying to do a decent job with having topics, right? So throughout this whole month, it'll be themes in American literature. So today is in the sense you can see now, the superficiality of Americans, right? Next will be the American dream. And the
American
week,
dream. Okay, perfect.
yep. And then the week after that will be self-reliance. So what
Okay.
that means is Ralph Waldo Emerson, the transcendentalist of the 1800s, and the idea of um, self-reliance. So this book basically, if I can.
Okay.
There you go. So it's not this entire book because the book Self-Reliance is
Mm,
a compilation of all his essays, but within this book, there is one particular essay called Self-Reliance. And that more specifically it will be what we will delve into. I'll try to actually find a PDF copy at some point for everybody to use and read so that once we get to that week for the topic, then you'll actually have a PDF to be able to read ahead of time. Just like having
perfect.
this PDF that I sent out ahead of time.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
It's
I'll
very
be.
expensive if I must buy.
Oh, no. I don't expect people to buy anything. Plus two,
No.
for me, if anybody's gonna buy anything, that's me because I'm trying to collect books. This is like my little private library, and there's a lot more books that I want to buy, and this might not be enough. I might need more space.
So for me, this kind of class is high level, but so try as I
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Well, because like it's high level, but the part that I want for people to be able to participate in would be the part where it's cultural and that you can compare your own culture to the culture that's found in these themes. Because at least you know your own culture, right? And then you can start to make the comparison. The tough part will be trying to understand the American culture aspect of this, which this is where I'll come in and help. But overall, it's going to help everybody, at least with the English part, and you have a lot of things to read. Um, but outside of that, then the part that you can contribute more would be your own cultural part, just like how we were doing earlier, right? So going into certain types of food, certain types of aspect of entertainment and things that we do, right? So that kind of thing.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
Okay, so this is basically part one of my meeting, and if uh, I'll leave the floor open for any particular questions, comments, and thoughts. And if not, the second part of my meeting will be questions, comments, and thoughts about anything. So it doesn't have to be specifically about the topic of this meeting. It could be literally anything. But before we get to that part, does anybody have any questions, comments, or thoughts for this topic?
Yes, me.
No, like for this topic, not for anything, but
Okay,
just
this topic. Okay. Wait a moment. Okay.
So, can you share us your thought about this thing? Do you believe in supernatural or something like that?
oh, like I said, this is not supposed to be about the supernatural. This is a satire. So a
Okay.
satire is a writing that you make fun of something else,
Okay, it's okay, it's
right?
okay, it's
So
okay,
what
yeah.
they did here is they wrote this up to make fun of Americans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
So
the
what
reality, yeah.
so the way they're trying to make fun of Americans is by trying to compare Americans to be no different than ancient cultures. You see?
Okay.
That's the idea to this.
Okay.
But in terms of the supernatural, if you want my honest opinion, I wish I could see ghosts, but I don't think I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
The reason why for this is usually around autumn, like around October-ish, I'll have like or at least the past couple of Octobers, I was having topics regarding horror stories, where I would have people come and read stories read or tell horror stories. Uh, I have a thing for things of that nature. Uh, it's just that I don't think I can see ghosts, but I wish I can. I want to be able to see some of these stories come to life. That's kind of what that is. But mainly because a lot of these stories would talk about ghosts in a way that they're not scary, but it's like as if these are people that had been left on Earth to do something. And in that kind of sense, it seems a little bit more sad. So that's why I find that part more interesting. Not the part where like ghosts are trying to chase after people because that's not a realistic story, right? That's something that you'd watch in the movies. Whereas a more realistic story is about a ghost that's just stuck in one place and that's all you see, right? Like either they're stuck at the cemetery, like the the story of the Green Lady, or they're stuck on a road, as in um the Headless Horseman of Canton, right? Or like um maybe there's more insane stories like Annabelle, which is an actual story. Um, if you haven't realized, I'm mentioning a lot of ghost stories in Connecticut. I live in the state of Connecticut. So lots of super quote unquote supernatural things actually occur in the state or within the vicinity of the New England area. You had back in the early 1900s, Ed and Lorraine Warren. They were the paranormal investigators. So all their case files ended up being, or like they took some of those case files and turned them into movies. So like A Haunting in Connecticut, Annabelle, um, the the what's that C word? The Conjuring, right? Those three stories are actual case files from Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are actual people that lived in Connecticut, New Haven, or around New Haven, Connecticut. So a little bit of tidbit for you. Um, they say that the spirits on this land allows for such supernatural things to happen because of the Native Americans that had lived here. So it's that kind of thing, right? So that's the stuff that makes it more interesting. But like I said, I wish I could see ghosts, but I don't think I can.